Hey guys, this is Miss Gilly, and I just wanted to come on here and read y'all a book. This month, as you may have already heard, is Autism Awareness Month, and I have a sweet little book called A Friend for Henry that I wanted to share with you today. So remember, when we're looking at a book, what is this front part called right here? The front cover, that's right. And what about this part back here? The back cover. And what is this part? The spine. That's right. Great job, guys. Okay, so our book today, the author is Jen Bailey. What does the author do? That's right. The author writes the words of the story. And what about the illustrator? The illustrator is Micah Song. Yes, Micah Song drew these pictures. The illustrator illustrates the book, which means draws all of the pictures. All right. In classroom 6, can you see the picture? In classroom 6, second left down the hall, Henry was looking for a friend. Can you raise your hand if you've ever looked for a friend before? Do you miss your friends right now? I miss mine too. It couldn't be Gilly who circled her fishbowl. If Gilly is circling the fishbowl, who is Gilly? Who do you think? Do you think you can see Gilly on this page? I don't think we see her. I think Gilly is the fish. Is that what you guessed? She's quiet, thought Henry, but she can't play on the swings. Can a fish play on the swings? No. It couldn't be Miss Magoon, who knew about hugs. Do you like hugs? I like hugs too. She shares, thought Henry, but she has to. Who is Miss Magoon? Yeah, I think it's Henry's teacher. Could it be someone else in classroom 6? Do you see anyone that looks like a great friend? I see some kids sharing and looking at things in their classroom. But here's Henry. He's wondering who's going to be his friend. In art class, Vivian shared Henry's double easel. Vivian was a kaleidoscope. Do you know what a kaleidoscope is? A tangle of colors. She had ribbons and clackety shoes. She knew every pony song. She must love horses. Her fingernails were painted like rainbows. When I get paint on my fingers, Henry said, I wash it off. Vivian waved her hands way too close to Henry's face. My mommy painted them. Aren't they pretty? Do you like people's hands in your faces? I don't. Painting on people is against the rules, said Henry. Did your mommy get in trouble? No. Henry lowered his voice. Did you get angry? Why should I? But Vivian was very angry later. He ruined them. Oh no, what happened? What did Henry paint on? Are you supposed to paint on shoes? No. Listen to what Henry says. She likes rainbows, Henry explained. And he thought, a friend would say thank you. We think Henry's brain's working a little bit differently. I think so. He thought she liked rainbows because of her fingernails, and so then he painted rainbows on her shoes. Was Vivian happy? I don't think so. Reading time was Henry's favorite. My friend will like it too. Raise your hand if you like reading time. I love reading books. It was Henry's turn to put out the carpet squares. He tucked the blue ones next to the brown ones. Do you see the blue and the brown carpet squares? Green in the very middle. All the edges met and the corners fit perfectly. Henry worked hard on those, didn't he? Do you see how nice and neat they are? Reading time, shouted Samuel. My favorite. What do you think's about to happen? Do you think that Samuel is going to like how nice and neat Henry laid out the mats? Samuel was a thunderstorm, booming and crashing. He was kind of scary if you didn't have your blanket. He could pick up crayons with his toes and do proper somersaults. What's a somersault? That's right, like a cartwheel or a flip. Henry stepped in front of Samuel. Somersaults are hard. Samuel dodged past. I want a green one! Wait! Henry's throat felt tight. But they're perfect! Mine's a magic carpet from a genie's lamp, said Samuel. It's not! Henry's face was hot. It's from Rug World. There's the sticker. Up, up, and away, magic carpet. Do you think that Samuel and Henry are going to be good friends? No, it doesn't sound that way. Booming and crashing, Henry's fingers curled close. A friend listens! How do you think Henry's feeling right here? Yeah, I think he's pretty mad. Henry, Miss Magoon knelt in front of him. Sit with me, please. Henry did, but he couldn't see the pictures, and his carpet square was brown. How does Henry feel in this picture? Sad? Yeah. During snack time, Jaden took 3 crackers instead of 2. Is that a big deal? I think it was to Henry. The teacher probably said, everyone take 2 crackers, but Jaden took 3, so that wasn't listening to the rules. At recess, Riley dug up worms and let them use the swings. Are worms supposed to go in a swing? No, that would be gross. At free time, Henry's hope for a friend felt small. He watched the sunlight play along Gilly's scales. Remember, Gilly was our what? Our goldfish. There you go. He could watch Gilly for a long time. Katie watched too. We haven't met Katie yet. You see her over here? Katie smelled like strawberry milk, and she read storybooks all by herself. She slid down the big slide, sometimes backwards. The big slide is too big, said Henry. Does that look like a scary slide? Who would be scared? Who would think the big slide's exciting? Yeah? Gilly floated past. She's shimmery, said Katie. But she doesn't blink, said Henry. What does she do? She burps pebbles, Henry thought, and breathes underwater and turns sunshine into colors. Henry hunched into his sweatshirt. Fish things, was all he said. Katie bent to have a closer look. I like her. Henry tried not to blink. Want to play blocks? Sure. Do you think Henry's found a friend? Yeah, maybe so. I don't like triangles, said Henry. I don't like broccoli, said Katie. Together they built a tower. It had rectangles, cylinders, and squares, but no triangles or broccoli. Do you see their tower? Can you find a rectangle? What about a cylinder? A cylinder has a circle on the top. See? There's a cylinder and our rectangle. And where's a square? I think Henry has a square in his hand. But look, what's over here? The triangles? Whenever you're friends with somebody, do you have to like exactly the same things? No, you can be friends with people that are different. They're working together and building a tower. It's perfect, said Henry. Thank you, said Katie. The next day, they played on the swings, and Katie went down the big slide. Henry waited at the bottom for his friend. Look at Henry finding a friend in Katie. Oh, and there they are reading some books together. So, what do you think about this book? Do you think that our friends with the painted fingernails, Vivian, remember Vivian who loved rainbows? There was Vivian. And then we also had another friend that was loud and loved to jump around. His name was Samuel. Do you think that they were trying to be bad friends? No, I don't think so either. But they didn't quite understand Henry, and Henry didn't quite understand them, did he? But then Henry found a friend. What was Henry's friend's name? Katie. That's right. And were Henry and Katie exactly the same? No, they still had things that were different about them. But Katie was kind to Henry, wasn't she? And Henry was kind to Katie. And that's what I want us all to remember. I know we're having some time away from our friends at school, but do you have anyone in your classroom that is just like you? They like a lot of the same things? Yeah? Do you have some people that are different than you, where you like different things? I want you to think about if you can be kind to the friends that are really similar to you and the friends who are really different. What do you think? Can you name 2 ways that you can be kind to people? I think that sounds like a great way to be kind. Yes. Today, if you have time and you have some paper and some crayons or a pencil, I want you to see if you can draw a picture of how you can be kind to your friend. And once you finish it, you can ask your parents to put it on social media with the hashtag Kindness Counts Challenge. And I would love to see those pictures. I am super proud of you thinking of ways to be kind to all of your friends. And remember that all of us want a friend who is kind in our life. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.